everyone, and welcome. I am in my LBZ again, and we are doing a shakedown run. And yes, there is a check engine light. We will talk about that in the LBZ video. But I wanted to give you guys a quick update on not this truck, but my 2023 F350 Ford Superduty with 7.3 gas that you guys know and love. It's already fixed, but I added some extra things to the to-do list, so I want to give you a rundown of what happened. So it absolutely was both hubs not engaging, just like I said, but this time the axle shafts were actually out of spec and the seals were not able to make contact around the axle shaft, and it was allowing the vacuum to leak out from the knuckle, but not the knuckle this time, but the axle shaft. So they already have it fixed. I only dropped it off last week. Today is Wednesday. I dropped it off last week on, I think it was Friday? Or was it Thursday? I think it was Friday, but whatever it is. In under a week, they turned around and have it all fixed, ready to go. I asked for a couple extra things because the truck deserved, or, you know, I wanted a couple changes. But when I got my truck, I didn't order this one. I always order my own trucks, and I always check the Ford keyless entry door pad. On this case, this truck didn't have the keyless entry door pad, so we have that added, and you guys will see that when it comes in. The other thing is, I was right about the battery being occasionally low on voltage or low on amperage, whatever it was. It tested not good, and it was replaced under warranty, so that's kind of cool. So I have a brand new battery. I also asked, and this has been a long-term request or wanting to do, is to add the Ford Performance winch, because I do a lot of things that require winching, and going forward with loading some stuff out of my dad's shop, as I clean out his shop, I wanted to add a winch to this truck too. Having a winch on a truck is just an amazing opportunity, whether you're the one who's in trouble or helping other people or just moving material. And sometimes things are a little stubborn, or they're maybe in a place that isn't super ideal. I've drug broken axles out from underneath trucks after cutting the U-bolts, and trucks up on a jack stand. There's no good way to get, you don't want to be under there manually. Like, you don't want to have 3 or 4 of your friends under there because they'll get crushed. So I've just hooked up a winch cable and dragged it out. I've done a lot of other interesting things, pulling cars after they've been basically totaled. The body panel's out enough to where they're not rubbing on the tires, so you can either drive the car or move the car around. I've done all kinds of weird things with winches. I've done some self-recovery stuff, and obviously a lot of recovery of myself, and other people. So winches are super duper handy. I am putting the Ford Performance winch on as long as this all works out. I've got the quote, I gave them the approval, and that includes putting a dual battery option on my truck. So my truck will have dual batteries. In the dead of winter, we're going to have 2 batteries to work with, and also while we're winching, we'll have dual batteries. My Power Wagon did not have dual batteries, and let me tell you, you could notice right away when you put a big load on the winch, the alternator was not able to keep up. And just in general, I see why Ford requires the dual battery system. It's kind of annoying because it's kind of an expensive thing to add, all those Ford branded wires and everything like that. But you know what? This is something that I use all the time, and I think it's worth adding to my truck. I think it'll make it super unique and super cool. So expect the Super Duty to come back ready to really work hard. And as we drive around in this LBZ, now that's been upgraded, and there will stay tuned for that video, or that video is probably going to come out maybe before, I don't know, maybe not before this video. I'll give you a full rundown on what we've done with this truck. There have been extensive modifications to this truck. It is not rolling around nearly stock as maybe you might, see in there. So some activities may have occurred with the Duramax. So my truck will be coming back ready to roll. I got the 6.7 basically ready to be back on the road as well. So we have a fleet of really cool vehicles to do some comparison videos with, and for, just general enjoyment of us truck geeks in general. So I wanted to give you guys an update on that. I'm very excited about where my 7.3 is going. I really like my 7.3. I did toss around the idea of, do I trade it in and just get, back to 0 miles, back to a brand new truck, all these other things. But you know what? My 7.3 only has 34,000 miles. It's still brand new. You guys want to see it in higher mile state. And I'm all the happier to give you that opportunity. So my 7.3 is definitely going to stay on the channel, and it's going to be, improved as we go. Shocks are incoming, because, at 34,000 miles, the shocks probably need to get examined. They're probably not good anymore, or maybe they're losing effectiveness. So new shocks, it makes a big difference. New shocks in this truck makes a huge difference. So that's where we're at. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you guys want to see between the LBZ and the 7.3 gasser. Before I did any modifications to this Duramax, my 7.3 gasser put a hurting on the LBZ in all ways, towing, brakings, power, everything. But now we have a little fiddly switch down there, and Corey Willis tunes, so this is definitely an excellent machine. And yes, I got them directly from PPEI. Very, very happy with their service and whatnot. We'll talk about that in another video. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you guys like the video and comment and let me know what you think. I'm excited to have my 7.3 back in action. I thought it was going to be a lot longer. They turned it around flipping fast. Shout out really quick. I drive all the way down to the city, to Centerline, Michigan, to Crest Ford, because their service department is freaking unhinged. Dude, they have great people there. They have people there who genuinely care about the user experience of the vehicle. I only bought one new truck there, and full disclosure, I wasn't super happy with how at least the financial part went. There was a little, and the individual who I ended up getting I just ended up just buying because it was basically, I was told, oh, you have to get a commercial loan for F350. We won't give you anything else. I literally bought the truck. I'm like, signed it away, and I refinanced literally the next day with a different bank because I knew it was BS, and, you know, he ended up not being there anymore. So, you know, things happen with dealerships, but let me tell you, their service department is amazing. So, can't speak to the new vehicle, you know, the guy got fired. So, like, the situation is going to change. No, I do not have any personal, you know, there's no kickbacks, no nothing from Crest. This is not a, you know, an advertisement for them. I guess what it is a happy customer who's now had my dad's vehicle is properly serviced, my vehicle's properly serviced, my mom's vehicle properly serviced by these people, and they care, they do good work, and their turnaround times are excellent. And when they need to call in for the big guns, the engineers to come in and solve a problem and expedite a solution, Crest Ford has you covered. So if you're having dealership issues, or if you're having warranty issues in general with your vehicle, doesn't matter what brand it is, try a different dealer, because really they're the ones who advocate for you between the manufacturer and yourself. And if you don't have a dealer that cares about you or wants to go the extra mile to get you satisfied and get you taken care of, you're going to be in trouble. So definitely change or give a different dealer a shot if you're not getting results out of the one that you're using. Even if you've got to go a little bit farther, I understand it's inconvenient. I know people work long hours. I understand. I drove 100 and something miles or 100 miles each way to use this place that my dad started using, and then I ended up ordering a truck there. My 2019 I ordered from there. Like I said, not super happy. The sales experience was fine. It was the loan portion or the finance portion where I'm pretty sure the guy was in the pocket of the banks and basically wanted to give me a really high interest commercial loan on an F350 that doesn't need a commercial loan. My 3500 chassis cab dump truck has a standard non-commercial loan, so that's nonsense. If you're getting told you have to have a commercial loan for an HC truck, that's BS, including an F450 and things like that. So yeah, take care all and have a wonderful day, and we're going to get to talking about how the 2500 HD LBZ Duramax is doing in the next video. Take care all and have a wonderful day, and be safe out there. This smoke stinks. That's what you guys are seeing in the air. There's a Canadian wildfire going on, and it's blowing smoke our way, and it's not good. It stinks. So unfortunate, to say the least. Take care all. Have a great day.